look at what I found. I feel like a country musician, you know? You got to know when to hold on, know when to walk away. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the deal is done, I cannot dance to save my life. Okay, in the beginning of this year, I really wanted to improve my Photoshop skills. Okay, I'm not coming from a point of 0. Let's say I was at around 3 out of 10, but I wanted more because one of my biggest dreams is eventually to venture into the movie scene and probably design posters or billboards or even book covers, album covers. Yeah. So if you really want to learn graphic design, somebody told me the easiest place to start is Photoshop. I don't know how true that is, but that is what I was told. So I decided to get into Photoshop manipulation because Photoshop manipulation will force you to learn. But I did not have the discipline to stick to it. Like I would start today and then give up in the middle because it was too hard. I did not understand all these things. Like I did not understand how Photoshop works. Sometimes I did not even power up Photoshop. And so it was a cycle of me starting and dropping. But I remember when the year started, I designed like a very simple Photoshop design for January. And I posted it on Instagram, and one of my friends, hi Ngoge, he left a very positive comment on that video. And on that poster, and I was like, yeah, this is my sign. This is my sign that I can do this. So that is where my flame or heat or keep it burning theme came up from. So, and it was just a way of keeping me rooted. I decided, you know what, I'm going to take 28 days and just do pure design. Like every day, make sure I design something, whether I'm feeling it or not. And February was a perfect time to start because February had 28 days. Some design turned out okay. Some design turned out horrible, like meh. But I did it all the same. So by the end of February, I had 28 designs, and looking back, I was like, wow, I did it. I wanted to give up so very many times. But the thought of me abandoning a goal that I've set for myself, by myself, with nobody forcing me, like just made me wake up. So this one is just continually showing me that these things are possible. If you put your heart to it, then you can do it. Coming from a person who likes procrastinating, I promise you, I am the biggest procrastinator. I get so lazy and fail to just do the thing I'm supposed to do. Like I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but I lack discipline so much. Coming from somebody like me, and I actually did it, then I think this is something that any person can do it. And I can tell you for a fact, right now, I moved from 2 out of 10 in Photoshop. Right now, I can confidently say I'm at around 10. Sorry, not 10. Baron Kombali. Let's say I'm at around 6 or maybe 5, 6. I'm currently reading the book by Brian Tracy on No Excuses. Like it's a book anyone can read, but I think it's so good. Like anyone can read it, but if you really want to practice discipline, this is one of those books I could recommend. This one and Atomic Habits. Like if you read Atomic Habits and then you add on together with Brian Tracy's No Excuses, then wow, amazing. So discipline is one area that if you learn to be disciplined, it's kind of like a trickle effect on every other aspect of your life. Okay. Once you become disciplined in one area, it some of like trickles down to the other things. And once you're disciplined, your low days are not really low because you know how to organize yourself. Once you train yourself to be disciplined, you sort of like know which days are good for you and which days are not bad, are bad for you. And so you know how to maximize on your good days so that on your bad days, you don't really just move badly. Like for me, I know every month there's a week that I'm barely out of sorts. Like I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm saying. I have no idea in my head what to do. But ever since I started discovering that there's this particular week where I cannot do anything, I've learned to maximize the days that I'm really motivated, the days that I'm really feeling creative, maximize them to the maximum, okay? So the other thing I've learned to do from this book is work every time you're at work. Now, I'm a person who works from home. I'm expected to work every day from 8 to 5. So between 8 to 5, I make sure I'm sitting in front of my laptop, whether I am motivated or not. I work every time I'm supposed to work. And with doing that, I find inspiration just coming, okay? I love one quote that usually says, inspiration will come, but it has to find you doing something, okay? So if you are not inspired and you go and sleep, when the inspiration comes and it finds a mind that is not ready for this inspiration, it will go away. But if you are feeling uninspired and you sit in front of a computer and you try to do something, read something on it, you find that when the inspiration comes and it finds you already there, already opening up Premiere Pro, already powered up Photoshop, and you find yourself just flowing, like it just goes and goes. So I have developed a habit of this. If I wake up and I'm not feeling inspired, or I do not have, like, my muse is just all over the place, I just open Photoshop and I start doodling on Photoshop. And I found myself creating designs from that doodling. Okay, the idea just comes and you're like, ding, like the light bulb moment. Okay, the reason I'm doing this video is to show people it can be done. Coming from the laziest person on earth, trust me, it can be done. But ever since I started training myself to be disciplined, I find myself, I don't even know where this motivation comes from. I just find myself doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. So friends, yote tisa kumi, it can be done. It will be hard at first, but everything is hard before you start. But once you start, just flows. Thank you so much for listening to me yapping. I'll see you on my next one. Bye bye.